Welcome back to another week. I want to share a story with you. When I was a kid, growing up in Liverpool, I watched a lot of TV shows and some of them were on travel. And I loved the ones that were visiting Australia. I just loved the outback and the wide open spaces and the kangaroos and horseback riding. And I just thought it was such a cool place to visit. So I thought, I had a globe at the time, and I thought, oh, let me see if I can see where Australia is on the globe. So I found England in the Northern Hemisphere, and then I found Australia, pretty much the opposite to England, in the Southern Hemisphere, upside down. That got me thinking, the best way to travel to Australia will be by plane. How do they land? They'll be upside down, right? I thought, oh, maybe when they take off and they get halfway through the journey around the equator, the plane will flip, right, and land that way. Or maybe they have special planes that have wheels in the roof of the plane as well as the undercarriage. I was just completely confused until I met a friend of mine who's much smarter than I am. He tried to explain to me the physics of planet Earth and the way it rotates and its gravitational pull, and he said, we're all on the same plane. Doesn't matter where you travel around the world, you will be upright. I said, now, hold on. I've seen pictures of planet Earth from Apollo. It's a ball. There is a top and there is a bottom. It is round. He said, look, I said, maybe what I could do, can I try and explain my dilemma in a form of a magic trick? He said, yeah, sure, go ahead, love to see it. So I said, good. So what I do have here inside my case is two tubes. And I have 2 bottles. Oh, I do have something else. I have a friend who travels with me everywhere I go, my mascot, and that is my koala bear. All right, so here's my dilemma. So I'm in England, right? So I have my 2 bottles, like so, and I have my 2 tubes, like so. So clearly, in England, our tubes and bottles, especially the bottles, are upright. Now, if they're watching this in Australia, I'm guessing that with them being in the southern hemisphere, the bottles will be upside down. So, here I am. I'm showing a magic trick in England where I show the bottle the right way up, but then in Australia it's upside down. Same again within Australia. I could be showing it in Australia, it's the right way up, but in England it's upside down. Again, once again, Australia upside down, England right way up. So you can see my dilemma. Once again, he assured me, he said, no, do not worry. Just go, you'll be fine, everything will be fine, and you're going to come back and you're going to say, yes, I was right. So I thought, all right, then if I did go, what I would do is I would take a case like this, and I would take my equipment, my 1 tube, my 2nd tube, my 1 and 2 bottles, and of course I would bring my traveling mascot with me, my koala bear, like so. Alright, so I'd pack everything up in my case, and I'd get I wouldn't get a first class ticket, get a coach ticket to Australia. But I said to my friend though, I said, am I allowed to bring this stuff with me to Australia? Is it legal? He says, don't worry. He said, what you have to do is, when you land in Australia, the right way up, Before you get to customs, get your wand. Give your case or your box a tap like so. Then you can go up to the customs officer and he's going to say to you, sir, do you have anything to declare? You say, no, sir, all I have is a case or a box like so with my stuff in it. He says, good. He says, what's your purpose for your travels? I said, well, I'd like to obviously visit Australia, sightsee, and do some magic. So he goes, oh, magic? I said, yes. He said, then I'm going to have to look inside your box here, your case. Sorry about that. I said, that's all right. That is no problem at all. Because what I can do, sir, is I can open up my case and I can show you inside. I have a shirt. I have socks, I have, and I have an Australian flag. And what I will do, sir, is I would love to travel around Australia and all the outback and see what Australia has to offer. And I will proudly show this flag everywhere I go. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Hopefully the right way up. Oh, by the way, my friend said, when are you going to go to Australia? I said, well, I'd obviously like to go in the summertime, right? In July, where it's nice and warm. He says, oh, that will be a problem. You're going to need an overcoat. What? Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye-bye.